The American Red Cross in Quincy is holding an emergency blood drive this Wednesday. While there's always a need for blood, this particular drive, according to a spokesperson, says it will help individuals not only in the Quincy area, but also across the country. The emergency donations help big and complex disasters that affect people who will need long-term support to recover.
Advance in modern science is remarkable, but yet to this day, we still have to have people get up on that bed at an American Red Cross blood drive and donate blood when somebody else is in need.
The Red Cross plans to partner with the Quincy Humane Society as part of a community club outreach. The drive on Wednesday will take place at the Quincy Town Center.